Now by our High School Athlete of the Week, one of our finalists for our Honorary ESPYs in the Female High School Athlete of the Year category. It is Alexis Means of Bishop Carroll Girls Wrestling, a state champion this last year and the GWAL Wrestler of the Year. Alexis, kind of talk about what it means to be named a finalist.
It means a lot. There's a lot of good high school athletes, girls especially, and yeah.
Yeah, and the last time we talked to you was right after the league meet. What have you been up to since then? What's changed for you since then, other than now having a ring on your hand?
I'm still training as always, like 4 times a week. I switched styles to freestyle, what I'm going to wrestle in college, so, but yeah, still training as always.
Yeah. What went into that decision, deciding to be, changing up the style? I mean, a lot of people say if it's broke, don't fix it, but for you, what kind of went into that decision?
Well, I train freestyle in summer every summer. It's what women do in college, so I was like, got to get better at that. So.
Yeah. Easy enough. And for you in the state tournament, kind of what went into what was the state tournament like? What was the competition like at state? Because obviously you've been wrestling some pretty good competition all year, but at the state tournament, what was that kind of like?
Yeah, I had already wrestled most of the girls that I wrestled in the state tournament. The girl I wrestled in the finals, I had wrestled like 3 times before that. So yeah, I was pretty confident in the competition. I'd seen all but one girl that I wrestled, so yeah.
And for you, I believe you went undefeated this year, correct?
Yes.
What was your toughest match of the year, one that you look back on, and the toughest win for you, maybe the one you had to grind out the most?
Probably my finals match at regionals was the toughest because, that was the first time I wrestled that girl, and also I went into the 3rd period.
Yeah.
So, I hadn't done that before that season. So.
Well, I'm sure that you're pushing yourself a little bit more now that college is on the horizon. But during the season, how did you push yourself? Because obviously Carroll's wrestling program, a little bit newer. But for you, how do you push yourself?
Yeah, I'd have to go do extra cardio, whatever it took, because sometimes I'd feel like I didn't get what I needed to get in the wrestling room. So, but I would just push as hard as I could in the wrestling room, get as many reps as possible.
Yeah.
Because a lot of my partners were newer, but not only that, like pushing myself, but I had to push them.
Yeah.
So.
And for you in the off season, for somebody who doesn't wrestle and obviously will never wrestle, but what's the off season training look like? How is it? A lot of mat work? Is it more conditioning, or is it a little bit different than during the season?
It is a lot of technique, but at my club, we're pretty advanced, so we do a lot of technique, but basics.
Yeah.
So a lot of drilling.
Yeah. How do you feel like you set the foundation for Bishop Carroll's program going forward? Especially winning a state championship, pushing everybody else on the team to be as good as you were. How do you feel like you were as a leader this season?
I feel good as a leader. I think our program will do really good in the next few years. We have a few girls who did really well at the state tournament and just came up pretty short, but we'll have some state champions in the future.
Yeah. What kind of leadership role did you feel like you put on for them? Were you more of a lead by example, a vocal leader for the team? What was that kind of like for you?
I was both. I talked to, gave advice to all of them, but I was probably lead by example. Wrestling as hard as I could and pushing them.
Yeah. And for you, what do you feel like was the feeling when you stepped on that podium for the last time and was named a state champion? Was it a bit of relief, or was it kind of bittersweet that it was over?
I'd say both. I'm ready to move on to college, but it was, it didn't feel real. Like you never know it's done until it's done.
Yeah.
So I guess starting next season, I'll be like, wow, I'm done with high school.
Yeah, absolutely. And, you talk to any wrestler, after the season's over, the first thing they do is they eat whatever their favorite food was before the season. What was the first order, what was the first meal, or maybe cheat meal after the season ended?
I didn't cut that much weight, so it wasn't like I was looking forward to a bunch of food, but I did go to our end of the year wrestling party with just our whole team, and we had pizza.
Oh,
so,
nice. Yeah. What do you feel like was the turning point of the season for you, where you felt like you could legitimately win a state championship, that it wasn't just a dream?
Probably my first tournament. I think I had my best competition there at Great Bend, and I'd be a previous state champion before who hadn't lost in 2 years, and I was like, wow, I could really do this.
Yeah. What's your relationship like with your coaching staff, especially now that it's over? Have you stayed in contact with them at all?
A little. I've seen my coach at some tournaments, but we were pretty close.
Yeah.
But not that close.
When you think back at your career at Bishop Carroll, what's something that you'll look back on and think of as one of your favorite memories?
Probably whenever we were a first team, we had like 7 girls, but we were so close, and we were all around the same skill level, so it was just fun, time of our lives.
Yeah. When you ask, usually when seniors are done with their careers, they have a yearbook quote. What was your yearbook quote that you put in the yearbook?
We didn't have any.
Okay, Jacob also said that. That's
Yeah.
bizarre. I don't know if that's going out of style, but that's interesting. What would it be if you had one? Or a motivational quote? Is there anything that you look to for motivation, maybe?
Not that I can think of. Work hard, play hard.
Yeah, exactly. What are you going to miss the most about high school, or even the program in general?
Just being able to like pray with my teammates. Like, since we're all Catholic, I mean, it's at our school, like we always pray. We always like just having the religion at our school and being able to do that all together.
Yeah,
And
absolutely.
some girls on my like college team may not be religious, so.
Yeah. Talk about what's next. You said you're going to wrestle in college. What's the plan for the next couple of years?
Yeah, I'm going to Friends University to wrestle, and yeah, I might transfer from there, but we'll see.
Yeah. And what are you studying? What's the goal? Maybe 10 years from now, what's the goal for working? Because you can't always wrestle, I'm sure.
Yeah. So I'm studying radiologic technology at Friends, but overall I want to be a sonographer and do like ultrasounds.
Yeah. Doing anything fun this summer? What's the summer plans looking like?
Basically just working almost every day that I don't wrestle, but I'm going to Indiana tomorrow to compete at national duels, and then North Dakota later this summer to compete at Fargo.
Yeah, very exciting. And for you, very humble, of course, but kind of pitch yourself to the average voter. Why should they vote for you to be our female high school athlete of the year?
I don't even know.
Not selling it, no. I'm obviously putting you on the spot there, but obviously a great season. Congratulations on being named a finalist, and best of luck at Friends the next couple of years, and congratulations on being a finalist for our high school athlete of the year.
All right, thank you.